Welcome to another edition of Doing Business in Ghana. In this edition, we're going to talk about gold fraud. Gold fraud is a very common practice that happens in many countries, and not only in Africa, but as it stands now, it is very common in Africa. So there's a need to talk about it. This will serve as a guide for buyers who are interested in buying gold, especially from Ghana. Over the years, I've put this into writing, and you can find it on my page on LinkedIn. But for some reason and by popular request, I decided to put this in an audio format or a video format, so that others can listen to it and get the details of dealing with such people. How would buyers be able to indicate that this person or this seller is a scammer or is a fraudulent seller, so they need to back off from that deal? It's quite unfortunate that a lot of buyers have lost money. I'm talking about very huge sums of money in the gold business because they were not vigilant enough, or they didn't get the guide that they needed. And as a matter of fact, they lost all their capital. It's very sad for people to lose money in this manner. And so some of us would like to talk about it and give buyers this guidance, so that whenever they're going to purchase from Africa or from Ghana, because Ghana is where I live, and so I'm very experienced in the gold trading business in Ghana, and can tell it as it is and give buyers all the necessary info they need to know. Before we continue with it, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I'll keep updating you on very good information about doing business in Ghana. Now, to all the gold buyers, we all know that Ghana is one of the leading countries producing gold, and because of that, many people are eyeing to get something from Ghana in terms of minerals, be it gold or diamond or any other minerals. Most of these buyers' intention is to buy gold and ship it successfully to their destination. But unfortunately, some of them are being scammed, and they lose all their money in the process. If you are a genuine gold buyer, and I'm using the term genuine gold buyer because I know that some buyers are also fake, and in my next video, I'm going to talk about them. So if you want value for your money, and you don't want to lose your money in this gold trading business, then kind of listen to everything I'm going to say in this video. And at the end of the video, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me so that we discuss about it. I've always been saying that gold is not a cheap commodity. Miners in Ghana suffer so much just to bring a few grams of gold out of the earth. It is not an easy enterprise. If you see some mining videos that I've put on my channel, you will know the efforts that go into this business. So miners do not take it easy at all. And sometimes for several days, for several weeks, all they can bring out will be just a few hundreds of grams. That may not be up to even 1 kilogram. So it's a tough business, let me put it that way. And in this case, we cannot say that the commodity should be sold very cheap. No, because you need to consider their cost of production. You need to consider the energy, the efforts you're putting in to bring this out of the earth. And it goes through several processes. In subsequent videos that I'll make, I will show all the processes the miners go through before they are able to bring out a finished product called gold. Sometimes Buyers quote several ridiculous and funny prices, and this will attract all these scammers. Why am I saying this? We all know that the LBMA or the LME price of gold are all over the internet. When you just type on Google, or you search for the prices of gold, you just find it. But one way or the other, some people who call themselves gold buyers could just come to somebody's DM or somebody's page and just ask him, "Hey, are you a gold seller?" The person says yes, and he tells you, "Well, I need 20 kilograms of gold in my country. Bring it, and later I'll pay you, and I'll pay you like half of what is expected to be paid." When you do this, for me, it sounds like a complete joke. But some people take advantage of this, and they will scam you. So that is one thing buyers should look at. It should be real. If you are a genuine buyer, you should know the rules of the game. You know the price of gold, so you don't come and talk about 50% discount. That does not happen anywhere. Since it takes a lot of hard work for a miner to get up to a kilo of gold, I don't think any miner or seller of gold will sell gold at even 3% discount. If you really know what goes into this business, and if you've followed gold buying in Ghana for a long time, you would know what exactly I'm talking about. To even get 3% discount below the LME spot price will be a difficult thing. Unless, as I've always indicated, maybe you are sponsoring a mine, or you have your own mine in Ghana, or maybe you have a relationship with some miners in Ghana. But apart from that, I don't see how you're going to get the gold sold at even 2% discount. So I think buyers and brokers should stop dreaming about cheap gold. When you keep following cheap gold on the internet, you'll definitely be scammed. About 98% of CIF gold deals, to me, are fake. And again, I'm insisting that I'm speaking with a Ghanaian perspective. I'm considering the fact that I am in Ghana, and I'm not speaking for people in other countries. Maybe gold is very cheap in other African countries or other countries in the world. I don't know about that, but I'm talking about what happens here in Ghana. If somebody tells you he's going to do a CIF gold deal, there are a lot of questions you need to ask. Yes, I know that many of the buyers would want CIF because these days the buyer doesn't trust the seller, and the seller does not trust the buyer. It has become the norm of the day. So everybody wants to protect their interest. So asking for a CIF transaction wouldn't be bad. But the question is it realistic? For me, it doesn't make sense to do CIF transaction when there is a lot of buyers already in Ghana ready to do FOB business. When you come to mining towns, the major mining towns in Ghana, you see a lot of buyers or buying centers where people will just go walk in there, sell their gold, and they will be paid instantly. I mean. So why would somebody go through the stress of accumulating gold to, let's say, 3 kilograms or 5 kilograms and travel with it, just risk their lives and waste their time and travel to an unknown country to meet somebody they don't even know, all in the name of doing CIF business? I mean, does it really make sense? So the very serious gold sellers here do not joke with these things. They don't even want to hear CIF. It's only those who don't have any gold but would pretend they have, like the gold scammers. They would, entertain these kind of businesses because all they want, is to get some money they have not worked for. But for somebody who really is a gold miner who has gold. They know where to sell their gold. At the end of the day, when you're done with the gold washing and the gold is out, you can sell it instantly and get paid instantly. So there's no need traveling with the gold to any other country. Even there's no need traveling to any city within Ghana to sell the gold. Just where they are, they have buyers all around them. And that is a fact. If you have followed gold buying in Ghana for a long time, you would know that what I'm saying is the real fact and nothing else. So let me make this scenario. Assume that you want to buy an iPhone from the Apple company, maybe in the United States. Can you call the Apple company and tell them to ship, let's say, 2 iPhones to you in another country, and when you receive it and it's okay, then you pay? Is that possible? There's no way you can do that. Can you ask the Toyota company to send you one of their cars? They'll ship it to you, or somebody will accompany the car and bring it to your destination, and when the car arrives, then you pay. This is not realistic, and it's the same as gold. You know, gold is very expensive. Gold is money. So don't expect that the gold will chase you. No, you have to chase the gold. And this is exactly what the serious buyers are doing. They chase the gold, they come to where the gold is to buy the gold. So sometimes it is very funny, for people to think that they can sit somewhere in their country and then the gold will come to them. If you really understand the business in Ghana like I do, then some of these things will be very funny to you. Even the refineries in Ghana can buy all the gold that the small-scale miners are producing. So I don't see why anybody would risk to do that. If any seller agrees to do CIF business, then it means he has a relationship, between him and the buyer already, or he wants to establish a relationship. Most of these miners need some kind of support for their mines. Okay, so because of that, if they're able to get up to 1 kilo and they run out of money, for them to find sponsors, for their mine or investors, then they would need to travel elsewhere to, let's say, Dubai, to India, to UK, and look for people who would want to help them. So they give them the gold, they take the money, and they talk about business. But apart from that, I don't see why any seller would do that kind of business. Now, for any buyer to sit somewhere and give instructions to sellers to bring gold to them before they pay are likely to be scammed. Yes, if you do that, then it means you are creating, some kind of fraud business for yourself. So you just need to be very careful, because it will give the chance for the fake seller to ask for taxes and shipping charges to be paid upfront. And when you do that mistake and you pay those monies upfront, then forget it. You're not going to see these guys anywhere again, because that is all they need from you. They don't have any gold. So they take the money and you wait and wait and wait and wait, and the gold will never get to you. If you want to do FOB transaction in Ghana, one thing you need to avoid is to invite sellers to your hotel room or to restaurants and you talk about business there. Fine, you can talk about the business, but if they bring the gold to you in your hotel and you pay there, make sure you understand that you're making a big mistake over there, because gold are not sold in hotel rooms. You need to first assay the gold, okay, from a reputable assay center like the PMMC or any trusted refinery in Ghana. Make sure you get details of the gold and make sure it is really gold you are paying for. because sometimes they present to you something that looks like gold, but it is actually not gold. And you can see from the pictures, that I've put this video, how some of them are able to come out with something that looks like gold. So if you're not careful and you believe anything that anybody brings to you, you're going to pay for something that is not gold, and you lose your money completely. You're not going to find these guys anywhere again, and that would be, your end. Maybe that is all you have on you. Who knows? You might not get that money back. So just be vigilant and make sure that you don't fall in the hands of these fraudsters or scammers. Don't try to waste money. Always test your gold at reputable refineries or at a PMMC before you pay for the gold. Buyers, again, should not believe sellers who are always over the internet talking about high volumes of gold. Somebody will come and write a story that they have 100 kgs of gold, 200 kgs of gold, and every day they keep updating that information. For 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 1 month, they still have the 200 kgs of gold. Do you really believe this? I mean, this is something that you should clearly know that it's not true, and it cannot be true. Okay, as I've explained, the large-scale mining companies in Ghana are really capable of producing those quantities of gold. But the large-scale mining company like Newmont would not sell their gold to an individual here in Ghana. No. I don't even know how they sell their gold. Maybe they sell it to the big banks or the big guys, or they take it outside of the country. So you don't expect that large-scale mining companies will sell gold to you. It is rather the small-scale mining companies or the small-scale miners who sell their gold, to individuals. And I'm telling you, they cannot produce 200 kgs within a short time. It's not possible. Even to get 5 kgs in a very stipulated time, it's a difficult work and a difficult task. Unless they have several equipment, like they have, let's say, more than 4 excavators working for them constantly, and they are always washing. So they have a couple of washing plants that are very efficient, and they have very efficient workers, and above all, they are mining on a very rich property. When I say rich property, I mean mining concession that has very good grades or good deposits of gold. Other than that, I don't see how they're able to produce even 1 kilogram within a month. It is a difficult task. So if you see this 200, 300 kgs, and it's funny how sometimes some buyers would come and ask for 2 tons of gold, 1 ton of gold. I mean, how do you expect to get this? So if you see such stories, ask a lot of questions before you engage, with said person. Make sure you really ask questions and understand where they're coming from. Maybe you're a group of miners who have come together to sell your gold. Well, then that is fine, because if you want several quantities of gold, obviously you cannot get it from one small-scale miner, but you can get it from a couple of them. Many of them put together can give you this kind of gold. So what people do is that sometimes they deploy many gold buying agents all over the gold mining towns in Ghana, and they purchase for them on daily basis. So once you're buying every day from several miners, then you are sure that at the end of the month you get very substantial quantity of gold for yourself. Now, somebody will ask, so what is the right way of purchasing gold so that you do not fall in the hands of fraudsters? To get genuine gold, make sure you have money for the commodity. If you don't have money and you are the kind of buyer who would rely on another refinery somewhere before the gold is sold, then I don't think gold trading is your work. because the real sellers know this business and they will not fall for any fake buyer. So if you're a buyer, make sure you're a real buyer, make sure you have the money. When you come to Ghana, you find the right people who will lead you to the right sellers, and you can get your gold. As I always say, bear in mind that cheap gold does not exist. Gold is not cheap. It is not like buying oranges from the African market where you can always negotiate for the price you want. No, gold is not like that. If you want a regular supply and a higher quantity of gold, then you need to establish buying offices or buying centers in the mining areas where the miners will bring their gold for sale on a daily basis. Or, as I've told you earlier on, you can deploy trusted gold buying agents to the mining towns to purchase the gold daily for you. Accumulated daily purchased gold will be a lot of kilograms in a week or a month. And this is the trick several serious buyers are using now. So all you need is trusted people to do the business for you. Most of the miners are being sponsored by investors or buyers. So all the gold they produce is sold to their sponsors at a very good discounted price. Sometimes even up to 10% discount on the LME spot price. So that's the only way you can get gold, to be a little cheaper. So the smart buyers would sometimes rent equipment for the miners, or they can buy some equipment for them, or they can assist them in buying fuel, or do any kind of assistance for them. And in this case, they'll get constant supply from those miners, because once you've committed, there's no way they can sell their gold to any other person. The truth is that about 60% of small scale miners in Ghana are being sponsored by investors. And that is why it is difficult for new buyers to get gold to buy, when they come to Ghana, because you ask these miners and they tell you they have their buyers already, or they have their sponsors, so they cannot sell their gold to you. So if you're a serious buyer, you find all legitimate ways to get regular and constant supply of gold. Some investors get a mining lease to mine their own gold, and that is also a very good option if you have the money. It is one of the best options for buyers who want to get regular and affordable source of supply. Foreign investors are only allowed to do large-scale mining in Ghana. Although it's a big capital-intensive venture, but any investor who invests in a high-deposit mining concession would get his money back in no time. And let me make an example. If you spend like $2 million on a concession that has about 300,000 ounces of gold deposit, just imagine your profit. This is just an example, but those who are really into mining know that there is more to it. But if you're looking for concessions that have very good deposits, again, you can email me and I'll definitely connect you to some of these concessions. Some buyers will also pre-fund well-established and trusted gold buying refineries in Ghana. I know a couple of people do not trust the gold refineries in Ghana for some reasons, that are very obvious. But I would not say that all the refineries are fake. No. There are good refineries there, but the problem sometimes might be that some workers in the company would engage in some fraudulent business that sometimes the owners of the refineries are not even aware, and they do this to tarnish the name of the company. So not all the refineries in Ghana are bad. Many of them are good. They are doing good business. I personally know a few of them, and I know the owners of such refineries, and I know they are doing very, very fantastic job. Although sometimes one or two things might go wrong, but that would not actually be their fault, so they could be pardoned. But if you really contact me and ask about them, I'll show you evidence of the work they do, and you might have the opportunity to deal with them as well. So I would like to end today's episode here. In the next episode, I would like to talk about fake buyers. So just as we have fake sellers, we also have fake buyers. So what will somebody do that will make the seller know that this person is a fake buyer? Because occasionally I've received emails from sellers telling me that some buyers took their gold and they never paid until now. And this is very, very bad. So we'd like to talk about them too. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you can have very good information from me